This beautiful dark Highland Green 2001 Mustang Bullitt made its way to the Mecum Auction recently. It was there the same time that the original Bullitt was selling, which brought in over $3 million. And this Bullitt is a special car. Not only does it have low mileage, with a documented 1,840 miles on it, but it's signed by Chad Mcqueen, and this Bullitt happens to be one of 4 Bullitts produced that were given to the Mcqueen family. If you look in the engine bay at the strut tower on the right there, there is a plaque that says Bullitt Mcqueen 4. Now what that is the special hologram sticker that all Bullitt Mustangs got, and they were numbered, and each one had a specific number to it, but there were only 4 of them that had the name Mcqueen on them. Mcqueen 01, Mcqueen 02, Mcqueen 03, and Mcqueen 04. Something interesting about these cars was that they weren't the first Bullitt Mustangs produced, and they were actually Bullitts that were already down the assembly line that had a number on them already, and then the Mcqueen sticker was stuck on top of an existing Bullitt number. So that's why the sticker looks extra thick if you were to compare it to another one that you would see under the engine bay. Also on the strut tower you will see Scott Hoag's signature in 2004. Scott helped the development of the Bullitt and the Mach 1. He was the leader of the projects for those 2 cars, so that's pretty cool. He played an important role in this car. And so these are some of the glamour shots that were taken of the car when it was getting listed for sale for the auction. This car originally was given away by the Mcqueen family and sold at charity, and it brought in $50,000 back a while ago. And it said on the little sheet that they were expecting this car to bring in anywhere between $75,000 to $85,000. Now the car did not reach near that at all. It got up to 30-something thousand, and then it did not go any higher than that. I think it's a really neat car. I think one of 4 is very special, especially one that belonged to the Mcqueen family. It's just the bidders weren't there in the room to buy that car that day. The car had some handwritten notes, and the build sheet, which is there on the right with the kind of lighter colored one there, and it had all the Ford information in there. I believe it had a receipt here that showed that it had an oil change done before, original window sticker, and that's about all the documentation the car has because it has low miles and there's really not much more for it to have. These pictures are actually really cool. These are actual pictures of the car sitting at the auction. And these pictures were taken by a friend of mine on Instagram. His name is Sonic Blue Coyote, and he has a really beautiful Coyote swapped GT as well as a green Bullitt with a supercharger on it and other things. A really nice car. And so he had taken these pictures, and I saw them, but I didn't realize what it really was until later, and I went back and commented on his Instagram and said, holy cow, I didn't know that was one of the Mcqueen Bullitts, because they are very rare. And speaking of rare, here's the only other picture I've ever seen of another Mcqueen Bullitt, Mcqueen number 3. Somebody on the Bullitt Mustang and Friends Facebook page had posted that picture. I don't know why it's in that bluish colored tint. This was the only time I'd ever seen another one, and as far as I know, it's not owned by the Mcqueen family as well. So if the Mcqueen family still owns them, they might own number 1 and number 2, or maybe just number 1. So I thought that was really interesting that this surfaced recently. So I know a lot of people were probably thinking that this was a good time to try to sell a Bullitt since the original one was going through the auction. And this is just some of the documentation that was on the windows of the car and everything. But it went for $35,000 but did not sell. So here it is at the auction. Here's the footage of the car going across the block. I hope you enjoy watching this.
9 is an 01 Bullitt Mustang with 1,800 documented miles. It's one of 4 produced for the Mcqueen family. It's autographed by Chad Mcqueen, has the original paperwork. 4.6 liter V8, 5-speed transmission, 1,800 miles on the Bullitt Mustang.
I'd could have been any bit of a cut of a mountain town. I'd could have been any bit of a cut of any bit of a cut of a 75. I'd could have been any bit of a cut of a 68. I'd could have been about 15,000. 58. I'd could have been 20 to 5. And I'd could have been a good 5, 5, 5, 30. I'd could have been any bit of a cut of about 5. I'd could have been a big brother, could have been about 5, 35, 40 bid, 40,000, 35, 40, 35 here. I'd could have been any bit of a cut of about 40 here, 35 and a bit, $40,000 on it. I'd could have been about 40,000. In 40, I'd could have been any bit of a cut of about 40 here, 35, 7 a bid. At 35, 37. At 35, I'd could have been rolling down, could have been about 5, 7 a bid. I'd could have been any bit of a cut of about 35, 7 a bid. At 35, 37,000. And down 5 here, 7, 7, 7. Could have been any bit of a cut of about 5 here. I'd could have been any bit of a cut of about 37 a bid. At 35, 7 a bid. And a 5 here, I'd could have been any bit of a cut of about 7 here. I'd could have been any bit of a cut of I'm going to leave it there. 35, 7 a bid. And a 5 here, I'd could have been any bit of a cut of about 7. 35, 7 a bid. And I'd could have been any bit of anybody else. 37 a bid. I'd could have been any bit of a cut of it. I'd could have been any bit of a cut of about 7 a bid. He's verifying it. I'd could have been about 35, 7 a bid. And 35, anybody else at 37,000 a bid. 35, 7. 5, 7 a bid. 35 here, 7. Anybody give $36,000 on this Mustang? $36,000 on it. 35 bid. Folks, I think we're halfway there. 35 bid, 36,000. We're going to close it at 35,000. George, we got to start with a 7. Lot 229.1, a 92 Mercedes-Benz 500 E sedan, a collaboration between Mercedes-Benz and Porsche. That's 22,000 miles, naturally aspirated 5-liter engine, automatic transmission.